Hi everyone, it's Kat. Today I thought I would do a video talking about my houseplants and some tips that I have from owning them. The first plant that I have is this one here, which is a common pothos. And this one is really cool because of the variegated leaves that it has, which are these white patches that you can see on some of the leaves. And what's really cool about this one is as it gets bigger, it starts trailing down. This houseplant is super easy to take care of. The next houseplant that I have is a silver pothos, and this one is in the same family as the common pothos that I just showed you. And what I like about this one is it has these little silver patches all over the leaves that actually shimmer and kind of sparkle in sunlight. So this one is also very easy to take care of, and as it's gotten bigger, it has started to trail down also. You can see a couple of new leaves right here, and here's a new one too. So I love this one, it's so cute, super simple to take care of. The next plant that I have is a pileia plant, also known as a Chinese money plant. This one is super unique because of the round leaves that it has. It's also very easy to take care of, and it's just super cool and whimsical looking. One tip that I have for this houseplant is to make sure you rotate the pot every 2 to 3 days. That way when it's growing, it gets a more uniform shape and grows straight up instead of maybe growing to the left or the right or something. The next plant that I have is a zigzag cactus. This one is so cool. As you can see, it gets its zigzag name from the way that its sprouts are shaped in a zigzag shape. This one is super cool, and since it is a cactus, it is very easy to take care of. It really requires very minimal watering, but when you do water it pretty frequently, it'll grow very well. So here you can see all these new little sprouts up here, and this one is such an eye-catching and whimsical plant. It's great for a shelf or anything of that nature. If you really want to fill out a space and you don't know what kind of plant to use, I definitely recommend this one. I just love this one because of how whimsical and fun it is, and it's a kind of more rare houseplant, so I actually had to buy it off of Etsy, but I had a really good experience doing so. So if you're looking for one you can't find in a houseplant store, definitely check out Etsy. The last houseplant that I have is the one right behind me, which is my Monstera delicioso plant. This one is so awesome because it is so huge and it has so many unique patterned leaves, as you can see here. I got a really good price on this one at my local garden store, which you can usually find these in local ones for about $30, which is a great deal considering the size. This one is also very easy to take care of, where all you really need to do is make sure that the plant is well watered. This one is definitely the focal point of my room because it is so big and so eye-catching, but I love it so much. So now that I've told you about the houseplants that I have, I'm going to tell you some quick tips. So first thing, make sure that any pot that you put your houseplant in has drainage holes. That way any excess water that is in your plant can drain out and your plant isn't just sitting in a pool of water. That can actually cause root rot, which can kill your plant, which you don't want to do. Since your pot's going to have drainage holes at the bottom, you want to make sure you have a plastic or a terracotta liner to catch any excess water. There's a drainage hole. Put the liner, it's all good. Watering is super important for your houseplant. I tend to use tap water, but you can also use distilled water. And one tip for using tap water is that sometimes there's impurities in there that the plants can't handle, and their leaves will actually brown on the edges. So to prevent that, what you can do is put your tap water in an open container, leave it out overnight, and then use it the next morning, and all the impurities should dissipate out. Another tip is that when you're watering your plant, make sure you don't overwater. A tip to do that is to make sure that the soil has dried out first before you water the plant again. Last tip is in regards to lighting. I recommend that when you get a new houseplant, just go online, look up the kind of light that it likes, whether it be bright light or indirect light, and find a spot in your space that has that right amount of lighting. And if you notice that the plant still isn't doing well in that area, you can just move your plant around until you find the perfect spot. Houseplants are a great way to decorate any space. Not only are they pretty affordable, but they add a pop of green, and they have health benefits because they actually purify the air we breathe by taking in the CO2 we breathe out and then producing oxygen which we breathe in. So it's a very beneficial thing to own houseplants. I think the very best part of owning a houseplant is when it starts sprouting new leaves, because you know that you're taking really good care of it and that it is thriving. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and were inspired to start your own houseplant collection.